Welcome back to the Roy Works channel. My name is Jason Roy, and in today's video we are going to continue work on Ned, the CJ2A project. So we ended up getting Ned back into the garage and we're getting ready to start working on him. So in today's video I want to work on bench bleeding the master cylinder, which it's called bench bleeding, but I'm going to actually do it in place. And how I'm going to do that is remove the body for one last time and get good access to the master cylinder and also bleed out each of the brakes. So what I'm going to do now is get this body taken off, and hopefully for the last time, because when I do the next set I wanted to do it permanently and start working on the interior. But the goal for this time is to get this drivable. I want to be able to, instead of pushing it in and out of the garage, I want to be able to drive it in and out, because I'm going to also be working simultaneously on Bruce, the Doom Buggy project, and I want to be able to get it to the point where both of them can just drive in and out. All right, so let's get to it, guys. All right, so I have the body off. I got everything prepped up. I kind of cleaned up the Jeep from being outside. It got kind of kind of dirty and cobwebs all through it. I can't believe how fast the cobwebs went through the whole thing. So I have brake fluid ready. I have my wrenches for bleeding the master cylinders and a wrench to disconnect the brake lines on the master cylinder, because what I'm going to have to do is bench bleed this, and bench bleeding is going to be disconnecting these lines, install these temporary lines that are going to come up into the master cylinder and purge out this master cylinder. So first thing I'm going to do is pop this off, get this cap open, and next thing I'm going to do is disconnect these. So to bleed this master cylinder, you can buy a kit that comes with 2 rubber hoses and an adapter that you push into each of these fittings. I didn't get that. I didn't get that kit. So what I'm going to do is I just made up my own hoses, which some leftover brake line, and I put I put a flare on them, put some nuts on them, and I'm just going to use that. I think it'll do the same thing. What I found out, I actually had to replace a brake line on my MG, and I got recommendations to use this copper coated nickel brake line, and this stuff is fantastic. I don't even know why they make the other type of brake line. This stuff, a little bit more money, but it's fantastic. It's easy to bend, it's easy to flare. I would highly recommend this to anybody. All right, so let's get back to this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is fill this up with some brake fluid. I'm gonna be careful not to get this on any of the paint, hopefully, because this stuff eats through paint like crazy. So you might wanna just be careful of that. A lot of people that are watching this already know this anyway, but just in case you don't, I've ran into that problem, that I got it a little bit on the paint on my Scout, and I can't believe how fast it comes off. All right, so I get that nice and full now. Now I'm gonna throw these lines onto this. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, now that I get both lines connected and both ends in the reservoir, Now I'm gonna take the brake pedal or the brake shaft and pump this. I'm gonna pump it nice and slow. And this is gonna get all the air out of the brake, out of the master cylinder. Want to do this until, basically until the bubbles stop. Get a little leak there, but I'm not going to worry about that. I didn't really tighten them up too much. All right, it is moving the fluid, but the air bubbles have seemed to have stopped. All right, great. Now I'm gonna pull these lines out and I'm gonna put the cover on. By putting the cover on, I'm hoping that will cause a little bit of a vacuum inside of here. So when I take these off and put the lines back on, I won't get a lot of fluid coming out. Might need 2 hands for that. All right, before we start bleeding the master cylinders, I'm just gonna show you how the front windshield came out. I wanna just keep you guys involved in every part of this and just show you how the result of different parts of this come out. So I ended up grinding down these welds a little further and then doing body filler and then sanding that down and putting primer on it. Didn't come out too bad. I think it looks pretty good. All right, so let's get back to the brakes. I have my lovely assistant helping me today. She's gonna work the brake pedal while I bleed out each of the brake lines. All right, so now we're gonna start bleeding. First, we gotta make sure that the master cylinder is full. It looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, it's coming out pretty good.
Hold it.
I know, go again. Okay, one more and hold it down. Okay.
I think it's leaking up from here now.
Okay.
Is that maybe down over here? Like it's gonna be
Oh, what's that?
this metal thing. I think it's this metal one. Is in the wrong place, like it's down low.
Okay, can you pump that? Okay, one more and hold it. Okay. All right, we bled out those lines, and it seems like we have pretty good pedal. So let's test it out. we'll lift this up and see if we can spin the tires and then see if they stop. All right, let's make sure this is in neutral. All right, did they spin?
Oh.
Oh, they going working against you.
Maybe we're gonna get it.
These the brakes still have to be adjusted, so we can. I just want to see if they spin at all.
No, those spin together, but these didn't.
All right. So now, Trace, you want to hit that brake, and we'll see if it stops. Let me see.
It's not working. Oh, that
Yep.
works. So
Yeah.
it's just front. It's only the brakes in the front.
All right, let's. All right, so that worked out pretty well. We had to do a little additional bleeding on the back tires, but now they're working good. All right. So Ned has brakes.
Go, man, go!
Oh, is that all the way?
It was.
It is, okay. So we're still gonna have to adjust the brakes, but I just wanted to get them so they could work. Thanks for your help, Trace.
You're very welcome. Why am I always the blue wheel? Come on now.
All right, guys. Well, this is going to be kind of a short video for today. I'm going to leave the rest of the video to show you a car show I went to. I hope you guys enjoy your week. I'm going to try to post videos more regularly now. I've been really busy with helping Shane with his house and doing some other things. But now that everything's starting to calm down a little bit, I should be posting videos more regularly. We did a lot of those pumpkins this year. Gave them to a lot of people. But thanks for hanging out with me in the garage. And we're going to be doing a lot of work on Ned and also on Bruce. So hope you stay tuned, and I hope you please subscribe and hit the like button, because that definitely helps the channel. And I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Yes, nice pour.
It used to be that when people took pictures of the Jeep, they really thanked them because they were actually spending. And they put another roof over that, so that was all right. And then they put like 3 more layers on top of that. 7 there and 7 over there. What the hell was 7 in this place? The buoys the kitchen? It comes with a, I don't know how many days guarantee. You could try that. My pickup truck, yeah, when I do it.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. What's inside? Oh, right. Sarah, look up.